Good morning, everyone. Huh. How are we all doing? I am groggy. Your boy is groggy today, but we gotta get warmed up and gotta get going. Don't have to be in as much of a rush today. Yesterday, if you couldn't tell from the video, I was taking my time way too much. There was just so many people in the gym, and I was wasting my time. I should have been a little more peppy. That has nothing to do with the actual workout. It was more of like, it was really more of just like how I felt there, you know? I still got an okay workout in, you know? You guys missed out on a lot of it because I keep forgetting to press record. But anyways, we're gonna be warming up with squats today. We're gonna be doing some yoke because I meant to do yoke yesterday, but it was so busy in here that I didn't want to go and interrupt 6 people in their warming ups and stuff. So we're gonna do some squats, probably just go for 6 reps of something, do 2 or 3 sets, and then we're gonna hit yoke, go down and back. Probably go relatively heavy. We'll see. We'll see if I can wake up. You know when you sleep funky and like your legs are sore even though you didn't like work out or anything? That's kind of where I'm at. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm recording. There we go. Now I can see myself. Okay, we are recording. Dude, I'm still getting used to the camera and stuff. Yeah. You guys missed out on, you guys actually missed out on a bunch of really crappy reps. Really good for me, honestly. But you guys kind of missed out. I got some heavy cleans and I got up to 275 for overhead for clean and press. Got about 3-4 reps, which systemically was really good. Okay. Quads are kind of feeling it today. I wonder why. Legs are sore. I might have been moving around a lot in my sleep. Sometimes I do that. And it's no bueno. Excuse me. I gotta say though, getting older and working out, pardon, getting older and working out, I don't know, not really a whole lot changes. Like, in my opinion, I think the difference is between being younger and being older is just that your recovery is a little bit quicker. At least you think it is, you know what I mean? I just feel like the repercussions are a little bit stronger, you know? But I definitely feel like the older you get and you try and lift like you were when you were younger, that's a bad thing. In my personal opinion, that's a bad thing. I feel like if you've been working out for at least 2 or 3 years, you gotta switch it up. You gotta do something a little different, you know? And then when you've been working out like 6 to 8 years, sometimes maybe you gotta go back to doing the beginner shit, you know? But it also depends on the person, I suppose. For me, I've had to go back to working out every single day and kind of playing it by ear a little bit, you know, just to give myself variety, but like still be as intense, still lift a little bit heavy and stuff. I feel like my body definitely like enjoys that a little bit more. I'm not saying that that's what anyone else should do. I'm just saying what works for me, you know, because what works for me does not necessarily work for everyone else. And that's a good thing, you know, as long as you achieve the same results, you know, that's all that really matters. But no, yeah, what I've noticed in doing that so far, because I've been doing it for about 2 weeks now, working out every single day, and then taking a rest day when my body is clearly tired, you know, like the last rest day I took was a couple days ago, I think. And I had worked out 5 days in between there, and then it was 7 days before, you know. So I don't know, maybe 1 day is not enough. I don't know, but I also feel like planning my rest days doesn't go as well for me, because then I'm like too rested, if that makes any sense. Well, there's no such thing as too rested, but like sometimes after 2 or 3 days of resting, especially after a really hard workout week, I feel like I'm starting all over again. And then it's like a slow burn of burnout instead. Whereas like doing it this way, I can tell that like physically I'm tired, but systemically I'm doing okay, because like every single day I'm doing something a little different, but it's the same modality, you know, same the movements, you know, like instead of doing squats, I would do like leg press or something, or like for overhead press, I would do some benching instead, or, you know, I would just have variations to, you know, swap it out. But I don't know. What like, do you guys think, like, what do you guys think of that? I'm kind of curious. Also, how's the mic? I like the mic. I really hope I'm pressing record at the right times. Anyways. Oh, dude. My morning mixture. My hydration / pre-workout mixture is so sour, dude. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm not really a sour person, but I can handle some spice, but oh my gosh, dude. It's so sour. All right. We're gonna do last set here, and then we're gonna move on to yoke. We'll see, 5 to 6, and then we'll call it good. Yoke time. Warm up weight. That's actually a good question. How much does this thing weigh? We got 90 on there. Where is it written? What's that? 275? Okay. I'm hoping to get up to 400-ish. If not 400, we're at least gonna be doing picks. So, okay. Sorry, I gotta catch my breath. Still have the cardio of a fat boy. Not calling anyone fat, I'm calling myself fat. Not self-deprecating, just true. Howdy. Oh, God. Oh. That tape really eats up. Oh, boy. All right. Also, I should reiterate. When I say fat boy to myself, I'm not being self-deprecating. Well, I'm trying not to be, I should say. But the best I've ever felt physically and physique-wise when I was 295 pounds. You know, it was the bulkiness. It was, you know, I wasn't hot all the time. I don't know exactly what the reason for that was, but anyways, we're trying to bulk back up. Not to 295, obviously. I want to be able to move. Because as much as I want to be a static monster, that's something we're working on. I definitely move better with weight than like static strength. So, well, I say that and then I'm gonna totally mess up on this yoke. But, no, yeah, I feel that I'm better with moving events because it's not as taxing for me. But we're working on the static strength and the moving strength right now. Hence the strongman stuff. But yeah, so where was I going with that? Oh yeah, fat boy, big boy. I should probably say big boy. What do you guys think? Big boy? I was gonna call this the Boi Series, but that's been overdone one too many times. So decided to go with tiny boys. Are we live? All right. Ugh. Down and back. That's all we gotta do. Down and back. Yeah, bud. Okay. What was that, 3? Did I say 4? Oh well. Okay. That was pretty easy. The moving with it right now, I can tell because of the squats. Kind of taxed myself a little bit on the explosiveness. That's okay. I gotta walk it out. But we gotta do more picks with these. And then at the end, I think, do a finisher. Strength work, you don't really need finishers, you know? A finisher is really more of a bodybuilding thing. So, I mean, I know some strength guys. Isn't that a West Side thing? Don't quote me on that. I didn't even know what West Side was until I was well into strongman, oddly enough. So, like, of course, started with bodybuilding, and then kind of got into calisthenics a little bit, kind of dabbled in some Olympic weightlifting and CrossFit, and then when strongman started coming around, like I think it was 2003 I started getting into it, but I didn't really like, not getting into it, that's a gross exaggeration actually now that I think about it. I first saw my first strongman in 2003 on TV, per usual. And then 2016, I believe it was, I started like working out, and then strongman was like really coming along, you know? And I was like, holy crap, I want to do that. And then I started seeing some other strongman, and I particularly saw someone doing a log lift, and that's when it like clicked. It just clicked for me, and I was just like, holy crap, that's what I want to do. And then seeing them do the yoke, farmers, all these other things, I was like, heck yeah. So that's what kind of got me into strongman. And then, you know, I'd always been a kind of a lighter dude, pretty skinny. Always had a gut though. I had like zero muscle mass on me for a long time. Very K-pop-esque. And now, then I started gaining weight. And I pushed it to 295. And I think that's my absolute max threshold, because I was held 295 for like 2 or 3 months. And then I just freaking lost like 60 of those pounds. You know, it was probably a mixture of muscle mass, fat, and water weight. So, yeah, you know, all those things combined. But yeah, it was like 30 pounds in like 6 months, less than 6 months. Mixed in with really crappy job, very stressful, a lot of physical, but also a lot of mental work, you know? So, lost a lot of that. Started getting back up, really got into kettlebells and clubs and stuff. And yeah, and then I bulked back up to about 260, and then tried, and then I competed at 255-ish, which was light heavyweight, or heavyweight technically, at least in this amateur. I'm pretty sure in pros, heavyweight is like 250 and above. Actually, no, I think it's like 275 and above. I think lightweight is like 250, 105 kilos, right? Actually, no, 105 kilos, I'm pretty sure is middleweight all across the board. But yeah, so we're gonna try and bulk up some more size, you know, listen to our body, all that fun jazz. But okay, we're gonna do 3 picks with this and hold for 2 seconds, okay? Count them for me and hold me accountable in the comments section, please. I'd appreciate it. No backseating on technique though, you know, unless I ask for it. You know what I mean? But in this case, since I'm asking, you know, I'm talking too much. Let's go. Oh, I need a belt. That doesn't count. Or does that count? It's a tester. Yeah, it's a tester, guys. I was testing you. All right. You know it's yoke when you can feel your spine compressing. Oh my God. Whew. Okay. Come on, come on. Not good. Okay. It's sitting too far back on me because I can feel it tipping and rolling back off my back. But we'll work on that. At the heavier weights, you know, especially with this shirt and stuff. This shirt is kind of slick, you know, so. And it's a polo, you know, great working out attire. But I'm comfy in this. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. I know. But like, I came in here after work a couple times, you know, with literally jeans and this polo, because I was just at work. And I just started working out. And I was like, man, I feel pretty good, you know? I didn't feel self-conscious or anything, you know? And I was just getting in my work. So I try and carry that mentality because I realized after doing that 2 or 3 times, I was like, I like that. So that's why I come in with jeans and a polo. So there's your lure, because it's comfy. I'm being dead serious. This is just comfy for me. It makes me feel good about, it just makes me feel good, you know, physically and then emotionally, you know, with my physique. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm kind of hefty dude, but like, I don't know. I mean, that's the whole reason why we're in the gym, right? Just to better ourselves and change us a little bit. Mine, less so physique and more so with strength, because with strength then comes physique. So that's what I'm aiming for. Safety and technique with strength, and then a little hypertrophy. Like, because yeah, I used to be a pretty skinny dude, and some kids used to call me fat and stuff, even though I wasn't like the fat kid. So I think like mentally that kind of screwed with me, you know? So I always wanted to be really skinny and all these things, and I was really skinny for a while, but like mentally the body dysmorphia for me, it's like, it's like that video game character where it's just like all the other stats are great, you know, charisma, speed, attack, strength is really low, but it's like assassin build. But then the one curse, because everything is like pretty equal, it's like body dysphoria. That's you're just innate with that. So like I've always kind of had that, and so I've been trying to work on that. But it's funny because that went away again when I was at my heaviest at 295. I did not care. I was like, dude, you're big, you're chunky, and this is freaking awesome. Like, it was wild. So, because I've always been kind of skinny fat, you know? But we're trying to get there, you know, because I know there's some guys who are like, you know, my weight, but they're like jacked, you know, that kind of like jack athlete look. I don't think I'll ever achieve that. I think we're just gonna stick with dad bod, sleeper build kind of thing. Hello. Oh, hi, Mark. Okay. feeling now, Mr. Krabs?